So welcome back to the Aviva Premiership Round 13 preview. We're going to give our ACCAs, but first, you have a good Christmas, Goody?
I had a great Christmas.
I can see
Did
that.
you? You must have been ill or something. You've lost loads of weight again?
Yeah, well, I haven't got my suit jacket on. It's dressed down. It's dressed down week.
Basically, I was eating like a king because I'm 9-3 up, and for everyone that follows these ACCAs, you have got absolutely no clue about rugby, have you?
Well, there's going to be an etiquette now. I'm going to choose my ACCAs first in the second part of the season. I've not done well. You know what happened? I've backed Saracens too much.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah, I backed them.
They lost 7 on the spin, didn't they?
They did, and I'm blaming them. I'm blaming Saracens. I can't, because they are the principal partner of BetSafe who we're doing this from.
They certainly are. But let's get into it this week. Obviously, I'm 9-3 up, so let's give you the opportunity to go first. Tell us about your ACCAs, Jim.
Well, we're going head-to-head this week, aren't we? But we'll come on to that. So the first, mate, they're hard to pick. They are. Because I've gone first. I've gone for Gloucester to beat Northampton.
At Northampton?
At Northampton.
Well, Northampton are garbage at the minute, aren't they?
Oh, mate, they are rubbish.
Yeah.
I mean, they shipped another 50 points at the weekend. They've bought a new coach in, Gaffney.
Yeah, Gaffney, the gaffer, Alan Gaffney, he comes in, and my only take on this, Gloucester away from home haven't been great, have they? But Northampton haven't won in 11. They haven't got a win in 11 games in all competitions. Alan Gaffney, the new gaffer, like what I did there. Gaffney, gaffer, he's come in this week, and I always think when you get a new coach in, you get a 1, maybe 2 week reaction in results.
Mate, potentially, mate, this is a hard game to pick. You stole all the easy ones, so I've gone for a hard game because Gloucester, I thought they were going to convincingly beat Sale. They didn't. It was a close game. It went right to the wire. But for me, Northampton are in dire straits.
They are.
Absolute dire straits. Yes, they've got the new gaffer, Gaffney in, but I think Gloucester are going to win. It's going to be a tight game. I think you will see a reaction from Northampton. I just don't think they're good enough. Yeah,
correct. So you're going Gloucester win?
Gloucester win.
OK.
Another team that need to win in my next ACCA is Leicester.
Oh, you picked the easy one.
Well, I had to pick one easy one. Mate, how bad do Leicester need a win?
I mean, it's their worst run in 52 years.
62.
62?
Well, 52 or 60. 52. Anyway, long time.
Again, leave the maths to me,
I think it's 62.
So, yeah, worst run in 52 or 62 years. They've lost 6 on the spin in all competitions.
Yeah.
London Irish aren't much better, though, are they?
Well, no, London Irish did. They run Newcastle close at the weekend. There's parts of their game that are good. I'm going for Leicester because, for me, it's an easy victory for them. London Irish will put up a fight. They've shown flashes that they're a good team, and that's it. Flashes of being a good team. Leicester are a good team. Yeah. They're not a great team. They're a good team. Foregone conclusion. Desperate for the win. As you say, Matty O'Connor, Brett Deacon, my good friend who's coaching them, they need a win. Jordan Murphy, your friend. I think London Irish, thankfully, they've got them this week. So I've gone for an easy victory for Leicester at Welford Road.
I tend to agree with you, Jim.
Difficult one.
Next one.
I've gone Exeter to beat Newcastle away.
Yeah.
Is it that difficult?
Well, Newcastle are pretty good at home. You know, they've got some good players, Nicky Gonover, Toby Flood, Mark Wilson as well.
Who's their scrum half?
Tani Takalua.
Tani Takalua. I'll put Tongan you on the spot there. Tani Takalua.
Takalua,
Double T.
Tongan International.
Howdy TT.
He's a really good player, actually. He made a lovely break at the weekend. He's good. Newcastle are very good at home. Exeter, they're phenomenal. They're 10 points clear of the Premiership.
They just look unbeatable.
They do.
Just well-drilled, whoever comes into their team.
The only issue with Exeter now, because they're 10 points clear, because they know that they can lose a couple of games, going away to Newcastle, is that a game they're motivated for? Yes, I'm sure it is. But I just think, tough one to call that, but
it's my ACCA.
It is your ACCA.
And I've gone for Exeter to beat Newcastle, but only just. Here we go, the head-to-head.
This is it. Who? Obviously, you're going to back Wasps to beat Saracens at the mighty Ricoh Arena, no? No, you're not.
No. Absolutely no chance.
Really?
I think Saracens are going to win this game.
OK.
Well, I had to. You've gone for Saracens, haven't you? Because we're the
we'll get to mine in a bit.
OK. Saracens, rich vein of form.
What, 2 wins on the spin?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Huge.
Yeah, they didn't play very well against Worcester. They still got the bonus point try. Brad Barrett back. We saw the difference of him in the team. Was astronomical in defence.
Was he? Because I saw him miss a couple of tackles.
No.
Bryce Heem legged it round the outside.
Well, yeah, but that's not missing. That's getting skinned. Getting missed tackles when you get run over in my book, which happened a lot for both of us. But Saracens are back. I reckon Maratoji could be playing.
Really?
You know what that means?
The rumour is that he's back fit.
Potentially he's a couple of weeks away. A couple of weeks ago. So that means he's been a couple of weeks forward. But going to Coventry. They're a form team. They are.
6 wins on the spin in the Premiership.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It's second versus third. Am I right in saying that?
It is,
and that's a big one for me.
Saracens second, Wasps third. I'm going, obviously, a Wasps victory.
Well, we'll come on to that. Well, who's bothered about your records? They're rubbish.
9-3.
So a quick review of my preview. I've gone for Gloucester to beat Northampton. Going to be a close game. Leicester to beat London Irish. Not going to be that close. Going to be tough, but not that close. Exeter to beat Newcastle. That's going to be the difficult one. And the not so difficult one is Saracens to beat the Coventry Wasps.
He's dreaming, isn't he?
Just Wasps.
He is absolutely dreaming.
So you've gone for easy.
I've gone for some tough ones, actually. We're going to start off Sale against Harlequins.
Oh, you've gone for Sale.
Well, I'm backing Sale to beat Harlequins. But Harlequins put 50 points on Northampton at Twickenham at the weekend.
Could have been a team run.
Harlequins are above Sale in the league. So they're 7th against 8th. Only 1 point separates them. But Sale are pretty good at home, aren't they, at the AJ Bell Stadium? Normally there's sort of 5,000 or 6,000 people there. Quins on the road, not particularly good travellers.
After a big win as well, Quins very rarely back up what they've done.
Yeah, exactly. And you talked about they went to Newcastle a few weeks ago and lost. Then they get a home game and they win. Then they go away to Sale. And I'm hoping they're going to lose again. But they're a good team, Quins. They've got Marcus Smith at 10. At 18 years of age, he pulled the strings beautifully at Twickenham at the weekend.
Will he play?
Of course he'll play.
Fine.
He's their first choice fly half.
There's talk of him being rested and playing too much rugby.
Well, I'd definitely start him in this game and then rest him in Europe because they're out of Europe. So this is a key game for Harlequins. If they've got any aspirations of making the top 4, which I think is a long shot for them.
The top what?
Well, there's one space open in the top 4, isn't there?
They ain't top 4. They're top 6.
They're not. But also, this is a top 6 battle. So you're playing Quins are 7th, Sale are 8th, and it's very tight in that space from 3rd down to about 9th in the league where Leicester sit. This is a key game. Quins, can they go there and back up their good victory at a big game with the likes of Danny Cares? A few boys away with England this week, which changes their training slightly. Sale at home, very good. Nearly beat Gloucester on the road as well. So I'm backing Sale to win.
Here we go.
Could be a tough one, that, for me. And then my second one, Leicester to beat London Irish. Obviously, I'm a massive Leicester fan as well, having played there for 10 years. The club's in a bit of strife at the minute, isn't it?
But you think they're going to come out of it, don't you?
I think eventually they'll come out of it. The players in their squad, the quality they've got, mainly in the backs, I think it's going to find it very hard as well in the Six Nations when they lose a few other players. But when you've got the likes of Matt Tamua, when you've got Manu Tuolangi, you've got George Ford, you've got Johnny May, you've got to back this up with a victory now. They were poor at the weekend down in Exeter. They competed for the first 40 minutes against the wind and did quite well. But then a couple of errors came in. Ben Youngs didn't have his best game for me either. And the pack went backwards as well. That's where...
The pack have been going backwards all season.
Yeah, I think their issue, they've signed an amazing backline, but they haven't got a pack that can marry that up and win them decent first phase ball. Yes, Dan Cole is at tight head prop and he's England's first choice tight head prop. Tom Young's very good hooker. Palotta now
was good though, to be fair. He's nice
very
and physical.
Good. Obviously they're missing Genge, they're missing that brute force that he brings, but it's the back 5 of the scrum. So for the people watching, that's the second rows,
the important
and the back row,
the important position
where he used to play. Maybe you should come out of retirement and help them out
for Leicester.
Yeah. It's another one for you.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get away from that. They're struggling in the forwards. I'm going Leicester to beat London Irish. London Irish haven't won a game since round 1 in the Premiership against Quins at Twickenham. This is a game that London Irish may look at and go, we're going to Welford Road. They are very beatable. Worcester went there 4 weeks ago and won. And that's what they'll be thinking.
I can't believe it.
But ultimately, having played at Leicester for 10 years, I'm going for a Leicester victory.
Leicester at 9. Can't believe it.
They are.
They're 9th.
And then we're going to move on. We're going to go to this game, the head-to-head. The mighty Wasps against the European champions Saracens.
Yes.
Last year's Premiership finalists against last year's Premiership semi-finalists.
But Champions Cup winners, European Cup winners.
Okay, massive game. Obviously, last time Saracens came to the Ricoh Arena, I think Wasps put about 45 points on Saracens, and I believe...
I don't think I was playing.
I believe you played in that game.
Not to my recollection.
I remember watching it and you played.
OK, well, I don't remember that.
Can you be truthful to our listeners now? Did you play?
I did play, but it wasn't 45 points, I know that.
So, obviously, Wasps form team in the Premiership, along with Exeter, 6 on the spin. They've gone through their dark time of when they lost 4 games on the spin.
Without Cipriani?
Cipriani, I really can't wait to watch him against Farrell, that battle. And also Saracens' defence, if Brad Barrett's fit again and playing, they're going to be physical, they're going to be confrontational. But Wasps have got the key to unlock any defence. You look at Christian Wade, you look at Willie LaRue, finally Willie LaRue's playing well for Wasps.
Never heard of him.
On fire at fullback. Danny Cipriani pulling the strings. Who plays 12? Is Kyle Eastman going to be fit? Lovin Malavu. Do you like him?
Lovin Malavu.
He played 12 at the weekend. But they've got threats. De Jong at outside centre as well.
What a name. de Jong.
Juan de Jong, that's a quality name. So they have got threats. They can play an all-court game. Joe Launchbury was outstanding.
He was good.
Against Bath on Friday night. And to go to Bath and win on a Friday night, get a bonus point, and then play Saracens back-to-back at home. Saracens leaked 4 tries against Worcester, who were 11th in the league at the weekend. If Worcester can score 4 against Saracens, Wasps can score 8. So I'm going for a Wasps victory.
And you're saying with 8 tries they're going to score?
I'm not going to say that, no, but I'm just going to say a Wasps victory. And then finally, my last game, I'm going to copy you here, Jim. Newcastle Exeter. I'm going Exeter to beat Newcastle. My old club, Newcastle, loads of old clubs, I know that.
Yeah.
But Exeter have got a great record up there. They actually love playing on the 4G pitch as well because it suits their game, keeping the ball alive, offloading. Jack Noel was phenomenal on Sunday at home against Leicester. They're a great team. They're top of the table comfortably as well. By 10 points. For me, they're going to go up there. Newcastle, it's a game where you spoke at the start of the season, Newcastle were talking about top 6, trying to get into Europe, and then maybe top 4 because they're up there.
I thought they would be. I thought they were going to be a top 6 side.
Newcastle are now 5th in the table. So, key game for them. If you want to be top 4 or top 6, got to beat these teams at home, and I'm backing Exeter to beat them though. Okay. So, a quick recap for my Hackers. Sale to beat Quins up at the AJ Bell.
Yeah.
Leicester to beat London Irish at Welford Road. Wasps, the mighty Wasps, to beat Saracens.
No chance.
At the Ricoh Arena. And Exeter to beat Newcastle up at Kingston Park.
So that's it. That's our Hackers for round 13 of the Aviva Premiership. Me and Goode are going head to head. I was going to say belly to belly, but you know.
We'll go chest to chest.
We'll go chest to chest.
You haven't got one.
Yeah. We're going head to head. And remember, you don't need to remember, you know, because you tune in all the time. Saracens, my team, not his team this week. My team, principal partner of BetSafe. That's our team.
Check out our Hackers on betsafe.com.
That's betsafe.com.